Hi, so it is one more day until we sail around the world. We leave port tomorrow and sail from Southampton over to Rio de Janeiro. Well, Madeira first and then Rio de Janeiro. I think as far as like emotions go, it's building up really massively, and the anticipation of just what to expect out here. Like, we've been working so hard to get here, and we've just been working flat out on the boat to get her up to scratch and to get her working properly. That just to be at the start line now, and it's tomorrow midday, we're off, we're racing, is pretty crazy, pretty emotional. We came in 2 days ago into Southampton waters to a crowd of people, media, press, photographers going off. It was just crazy. It's just such a wild experience being out here. But before we left, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to just show you what the boat looks like down here. So I'm going to take you through a little tour of the boat. It's a little bit dark, unfortunately, but we'll do our best. So this is my bunk. This is where I'll be sleeping for the rest of the time around the world, because I'm the lightest person. So I'm at the very front of the boat on the top bunk. It's also, what we're doing is something called hot bunking. So when the boat is heeled over, you've got the bunk on top, and so that's where everyone sleeps, and it helps flatten the boat out a bit more so that we can get the keel deeper in the water, and it will give us more forward momentum and make us faster. So rather than just being in one bunk for the whole way around, we're actually sharing with somebody else on the other side of the boat, and whichever side's the high side is what side you sleep on. So this is my bunk. We also have something that we call a lee cloth, which is this, and it ties up here on the side. And what this does is, when we're heeled over really steep, is that actually keeps you in your bed, so you're sleeping against the fabric rather than actually in the bed. So this is the bunk below me, so there's two bunks here, and you can see these lockers, these tiny lockers. That's all we have to store our personal items in, our sleeping bags and everything. We have our life jacket rack here at the front. A couple more bunks on the other side there. This is our rope locker. The very front of the boat. It's also a collision bulkhead door, so if we were colliding with something on the bow of the boat, it would then be shut, and this compartment could fill up with water without sinking the rest of the boat. So that's where our ropes are normally stored. We have obviously safety, lots of safety going on, lots of fire extinguishers. We have a little ladder here which takes you up out of the hatch at the top there. At sea though, this hatch will be shut at all times as a way of keeping the boat secure and safe, so that no water can get inside. So it's only really used at port. And if you can imagine it, these floors, normally we have all our sails along here, and sometimes there'll be sails up to here piled up that you have to climb over to get into your bunk. So the person sleeping here, who's my friend Timmy, will have to like squeeze between the sails to get into his bunk. So this is one section, crew quarters. We've got more storage. Sorry it's so late and dark. So there's a little bit more storage here and here. A couple more bunks. So we have 20 people that can sleep on this boat. Couple more bunks here in the sleeping quarters. And we just keep heading back to the back of the boat. Here's another collision bulkhead. So this is also shut unless you're going between the two compartments. As it says there, keep closed at sea. This is our saloon. It's really messy at the moment as we're finalising the last boat preps and getting everything ready. Got all our onions up here ready to go. So this is where we can relax, hang out, take 5 minutes peace. Not that we're really going to have much free time at all. So then we have, the toilets. So this is the head, and it has like a lift pump system here, and then you pump it with this lever here as a way of flushing it. It's like a pressure pump. And this curtain here is all that we have to block us from being in the loo to the people that are standing outside the door. So at night time, you can imagine with the light on in here and it being dark outside, everybody can see what you're doing. But you get to know each other pretty well. This is the ropes locker, the wet locker, sorry. This is where we hang up all our foul weather kit when we're finished being on deck getting drenched by waves and buckets of water thrown at our heads. And then this is another section of the cabin area. This is called the mate's cabin. It's where the watch leaders will be sleeping. And also if we have media persons on board. And then this is all our maintenance kit. So sail repair kit. We've got all our engine spares, electrics, spare rope. Everything's in this little section here. So if we need to find anything to repair it, that's where we go. We have another toilet just here. That's behind this curtain. And then this is our galley. So if you can imagine cooking for 20 people on a stove that's this big, we can literally only get one pot on at a time because the others don't fit because the pots are too big. So you have to cook your rice first and then take the pot off and then cook the next thing. So this is all our cups and cutlery, spare teas and coffee and everything are in there. All our lockers are filled with food. Around the other side here we have our bread oven. We'll be baking fresh bread on the boat every day. So that's there. Oh, I found the goodies. Haribo snacks, lollies. And then our sink looks really complicated because it's got 4 pumps. But this is fresh water and it's got a manual pump at your foot, a little lift pump that you push to get the water to come out. And then we have our electric one that we don't really use that much because it drains a lot of power from the batteries. And then these 2 are salt water. So we can fill up the sinks and do dishes and things like that in salt water, so we're saving our fresh water on board. We do have a water maker on board though, and that will help just produce water for us. This is our nav desk. So we have the Raymarine chart plotter, which will help us with our navigation. We have our latitude and longitude coming up on the Raymarine. All our instruments are here. It's where all the tactics will be run. This is our isolation, our switchboard basically. We can isolate our lights and different areas of the boat, electrics. And this is our media board. So this is where all the media persons will be working from. And then back here we have the skipper's cabin with his lovely pink blanket. He's gone all luxury and got a duvet. And we've got another watch leader sleeping above him in here. So this is all just first aid. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lockers full of first aid equipment. So we're not going to go short. We got our harnesses kept here. This is something I'm pretty familiar with because I'm always up the mast doing the rigging. And our crash helmet for when it's rough weather and I've got to go up the mast so I don't crack my head, which would be lovely. So that's the boat, and I'll head upstairs and give you a little tour of the deck up there. We've got wombats. Haha. So this is all the boats here at Southampton. We've got the big screen TV up there. It's crazy coming in, watching yourselves up on the bow. Big screen TV, live bands, hundreds of people here to see us off. Tomorrow is just going to be epic with thousands of supporter boats coming out to watch us. Here's our new boom cover, Gold Coast, Australia. And our beautiful boat. This is our coffee grinder, so this is what we help use to hoist the sails, and we have 2 people on this grinding the sails up. Got winches everywhere and hatches. This is where all our ropes are run to, so you're running them on all the different winches. All our sails, which are normally down below but are just up on deck at the moment, are just under that blue tarp there. And then we have our life raft here. Safety, safety, safety. And all the people just checking us out. You'll just be doing something on board the boat and next thing you've got a camera filming you or someone taking a photo. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that's it for now. About to sail around the world.